Let us start. We are starting Mandukya Karika with a gap. To cover up the gap, we'll do Mandukya Karika every day next week. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Harihi Om. My pranams to all Atma Jyotis. We'll continue our contemplation of Mandukya Karika. Now I'll take Mandukya Karika every day. Next couple of days. I'll spend half an hour. I'll reduce the time, but try to focus more on taking various aspects of Mandukya Karika. Instead of doing 1 hour class, I'll do half an hour class. Then, what will we do other half an hour? Other 1 hour? We'll sit silently. So, Mandukya Karika is very, very special spiritual text. Extraordinary. Nowhere in the world such beautiful text is available. The moment we speak about spiritual, we always look for some special people with special ability, extraordinary people. Some people live in mountains. Some people live in Himalayas. Some people grow a beard. Some people change the dress. Spirituality is exclusive privilege of some people. Spirituality is some special experience. Mandukya Karika says all is false understanding. What is common to all is spirituality. What is common to all beings is spirituality. What is common to all and what is available to all is called spirituality. What is not available, what is available to only special people is not spirituality. It is a very different view of life. Right? Something which is spiritual, it should be sarvatrika. It is universal. When God gave hunger to you, He gave hunger to all animals. Donkeys, monkeys, all living beings gives hunger. Hunger is not given a special privilege to somebody. Thirst is not given a special privilege to somebody. Sleep is not given a special privilege to somebody. Spirituality should be special privilege to somebody. Something spiritual is something separate, something special. Every living being goes through certain experiences. It's called sarvatrika. Means universal. Spirituality is also universal experience. Our whole illusion of life is we are looking for spirituality as a special experience. Hunger is common to all living beings. Thirst is common to all living beings. Why spiritual experience is only for privileged people, special people? We have a wrong understanding about that. Spirituality is universal. Spiritual experience is universal. So, no, I'm not getting spiritual experience. Oh, that person got some Himalayas, he got some spiritual experience. This person got some Himalayas spiritual experience. Mandukya Karika says, my dear sir, your understanding is wrong. Spirituality is not a special experience. Spirituality is understanding your experience. It's jnana. Spirituality is interpreting your experience. Spirituality is interpreting your experience in a right way. Spirituality is not, don't start looking for spiritual experiences, new experience. What experience you have, start interpreting and understanding in the right context. That is called spiritual life. Okay, I'll say some simple word. You look smart. Huh? I say, what is the word? Smart. You're smart, huh? You're smart, huh? Is there a difference in what? The word is same. The word is same. Smart. You're smart? You're smart, huh? What is the difference? I mean, did I two words I say in different way? Huh? Words are same. But did you interpret it same way? You are smart is appreciation. You are smarter, a sarcastic comment. Understand? The words are same. You are smarter. Huh? What has happened now? I am making a sarcastic comment. I am smarter than you. The statement. Understand? So the words are same, but interpretation is different. The spirituality means experience is same to all, but the interpreted various ways. That interpretation has to be corrected, then your life will be beautiful. Do not look for material life and spiritual life. There's only one life, divine life. So what makes a difference between a saint and an ordinary person? A Gnani and ordinary person. So Gnani takes all experiences in a right interpretation. Understanding is different. He is not getting a special experience. And that becomes special experience because when you take interpretation, you interpret in a right way, in a higher way, in a right perspective, your life will change. We are looking for experience which will change our life. Never in spirituality go for experience. Go for understanding. That is the meaning of Mandukya Karika. So people speak of Advaita. People write tons and tons of literature on Advaita. There are scholars who will speak on it. Then they'll come back. I don't have Advaita experience. You are liars. You are false. Mandukya Karika says when you are going to deep sleep, you are having Advaita experience only. So if you say, I don't have Advaita spiritual experience, you are lying, you are false. You are speaking falsehood. Day in and day out, the God, universal consciousness has given spiritual experience of Advaita to all living beings, including donkeys, monkeys, and animals. Ishvara is not partial to give some spiritual experience to somebody and deprive somebody. Each of you are getting that spiritual experience every day. Then what is the difference between donkey, monkey, and you? What is the difference between donkey, monkey, and human being? Is there a difference? The sleep is common to all. In sleep, all are blissful. But when we wake up, the ego comes. We forget that the deep sleep is our non-dual state. We forget that. Advaita Sthiti. We start identifying the body and we start identifying the mind. Understand? We forget our nature. Deep sleep, restfulness is our nature. In the waking state, suddenly I get involved in the body. Suddenly I get fascinated with the world. And I forget who I am. What is my nature? That's why Mandukya Karika says, I am Atma, Brahma. My inner self is Brahman. Now, which inner self? It's not here. It's not there. Inner self is I am Brahman. Inner self is Brahman. That means in deep sleep, I was Brahman. Deep sleep, my state is Brahman. And Brahman means somebody doesn't change. So in waking state, also I have not changed. Waking state, I have put on a dress called body and mind. Dress. By putting the dress, I have forgotten myself. Who am I? You put on a shirt. You put on a kurta. By putting on a shirt or cow kurta, you will not become kurta or shirt. By putting on the body, you start thinking that I am the body. What is the difference? Wearing the body, you start thinking I am the body. And you forget that my nature is Advaita. And Advaita experiences in deep sleep I have every day. If you are saying that I don't have Advaita, non-dual experience, you are liars. You are false, you are saying. I am Atma, Brahma means in deep sleep, I am non-dual Brahman. Come on, tell me, you don't have deep sleep experience? Come on, tell me that I don't have spiritual experience. Every living being goes through a deep spiritual experience of Advaita in deep sleep every day. But the problem is when you wake up, we forget. Okay. In that forgetfulness, animals are better than human beings. Because animals, when they wake up, they have identified the body. Okay. Identify the body. They have to run for food. They have to search for, survive from the animals. Fear is there. They'll live moment to moment. They'll not worry what happens tomorrow. What happened yesterday. They live in that moment. And in that sense, animals are blissful in that moment. Animals are living in bliss because living moment to moment is bliss. They go to fear. Somebody tries to catch them, but they will not live in trembling with fear that what happened to me tomorrow. Because they start living in trembling fear. What happened to me tomorrow? They're dead. They live at this moment. So animals are blissful, but they are blissful and unconscious of their true nature as bliss. In nature, everything is blissful. Are stones blissful? The stones are blissful. Millions and millions of years, rain, sunshine, nothing happens to them. They just stand there. Why? They are unconscious. Animals are blissful. They are unconscious. Unconsciousness is bliss. But gradually, we open up to consciousness as human beings. So now, in deep sleep, I am blissful. But when I wake up, I identify the body. Animals also identify the body. But what is the difference? I don't live in the present moment. I live in the past. I live in the future. I start remembering incidents of 20 years back. And I'll think of 10, 50 years later. This moment is gone. The bliss is gone. First of all, I'm unconscious that I become body and I live. Then I'll adding suffering to that. The suffering is living in the past or living in the future. Animals are blissful because they are living in the present moment. And living in the present moment unconsciously. So human beings, as child, we are blissful. Child doesn't know future. Child doesn't have past. Blissful. Child has nothing to do. No knowledge of future. No knowledge of past. Child will cry if there's hungry. If there's a pain, child will cry. But child is blissful. But child is blissful out of innocence. Means child doesn't know anything. A fool is blissful. A fool is blissful because he is unconscious. He is blissful out of ignorance. Why? He'll not bother about tomorrow. He'll not bother about yesterday. He'll live in the present moment. I know a person who is mentally disturbed. Okay. He works in a place. He gets some money. What is the money? I'll use it. I'll throw it. I'll give it to somebody. He doesn't know worry about tomorrow. He also lives in the present moment. He also is blissful. Somebody comes and hits him, he'll cry. He is blissful, but unconscious. Unconsciousness is bliss. Innocence is bliss. So do you want to be unconscious and innocent? You cannot remain innocent. Child will never remain innocent. He will grow up and you start getting knowledge. Innocence will be spoiled sooner or later. Can I be blissful like a child? So as the child grows up, innocence goes. You start learning more and more about yourself, more and more about society. And more you learn about yourself. More and more you accumulate in your memory. And more accumulate in your memory, the more and more your life is messy. Because constantly you go back to the past. Constantly you think of future. Your cupboard, home cupboard, represents your money. Go and open your cupboard. How many saris, how many dresses, how many necklace, how many jewelry you have in your cupboard? Nothing can be used. They're lying there. Like that, lot of unusable things are kept in our memory. We changed our house. After changing the house, we cleaned up. So much of junk we have accumulated over here. Junk. It took us a couple of days to accumulate junk. We lived in that house for 25 years. In that 25 years, we think that something is important, we keep. Something is important, we keep. We don't feel like throwing it out. You keep on accumulating. Junk. And one day we realize it's all junk. Then throw it out. How much junk you have kept in your memory, and you keep on worrying about junk and wasting your life. Your bliss is gone, and we live a life of mess. And then one day we come to know our innocence is gone. I have developed knowledge. Our knowledge becomes our bondage. You know who am I? I'm an engineer. I'm a husband. I'm a wife. I'm a victim of life. Everybody is out to suffer, destroy me. Everybody is out to cause trouble for me. Or I'm a smart man. So we start developing identities. In that identities, we lose our real nature. Blissful, peaceful nature. The bliss is gone. The mess is life. And we don't live in the present moment because we keep on living in our wardrobe. Memory stock. This happened 5 years back. This happened 10 years back. This happened to that. Now then we'll start comparing with others. That happened to this person. That happened to this person. I'm not getting. Universe is somewhere out to destroy me. Universe is not out to destroy you. Universe is there as a blessing to you. Because you are the universe. What life we are living. Mandukya Upanishad says, my dear, don't look at spiritual experience. Look closely what your life is. There in your life, you realize the spirituality or divine nature is there in every aspect of your life. So, from all unnecessary thoughts, can we come to the present moment? living in the present moment, moment to moment in the present moment is called happiness. Living in the present moment to moment is called bliss. So, ananda. It doesn't mean that I'll get a pleasant circumstance. It means whatever comes in the present moment, my mind is peaceful. How can the mind be peaceful? Mind cannot be peaceful because we'll reject. I have like and dislike. Raga dvesha. It's raga dvesha which causes mind disturbance, not the situation. All situations in my life are neutral. Sunrise is neutral. Sunset is neutral. Somebody coming and shouting at you is neutral. Why? The person shouts at you not because of you. The person has something going on inside. He is trying to vomit on you. A dog barks, is neutral. It's not barking at you. Dog barks because it is barking its nature. Somebody comes and barks at you, you think he is barking at you. No, he is expressing his nature. Dog barking at you, you don't start barking. Have you barked at a dog when a dog barks at you? Because dog barking is nature. Somebody comes and barks at you, somebody comes and shouts at you, you start shouting back. Why? Because you have something in your problem. He is not shouting at you because of you. He is shouting at you because something has something inside him. You should feel pity on the person. You should feel compassion on the person. So that you start barking back. You should not tell like this to me. Then one day we realize, oh, I'm in trouble. Life is a mess. I want to get a spiritual experience. Wow, I want a fantastic spiritual experience. That fantastic spiritual experience, people take drugs. You look at the internet and YouTube videos. There are so many people are after drugs for spiritual experience. There are people who have spoiled their life, messed up with their life because of drugs. Drugs gives you some experience, fantastic experience. One person came to me. I started taking drugs because it gives me fantastic. I feel like God. I feel expanded. I feel full of love. That person's life is mess. The drugs is an unconscious way of getting spiritual experience. Our what we call as Yoga Sutra says drugs also can give you some experience. In fact, drugs can give you better spiritual experience than a saint. Saint may feel I am expanded. Drugs will give you a real feeling of expansion. So do you want to take drugs for experience? If the drug takes the experience, the person's life should have been peaceful. If the experience makes you change, your life had been peaceful. My dear, it's not the experience which makes you peaceful. Understanding the experience makes you peaceful. Understanding the experience in light makes peaceful. Just now I give an example. You are smart. You are smart. So there's a difference. Interpretation. So interpretation of every single experience of our life has to be done in a proper way. And so that our mind becomes peaceful. And start living in the present moment. That is called happiness. So we have a happiness concept. Very happiness. I drink a cup of coffee, I'm happy. So there's some spiritual experience which makes me very happy. You drink a cup of coffee because you're happy because your mind has come to the present moment. So spirituality means coming back to the present moment again and again. That's called happiness. So you are associating with the experience. Understand what I'm saying? It's not the experience which makes you happy. It's coming to the present moment which makes you happiness. So if you start looking for experience, you'll never find it because universe is not controllable. What happens in the universe is not controllable. Any experience life, can I come to the present moment? If you ask the question, then you'll know you are the secret of happiness. And from the present moment, can I go to the presence, my nature? My nature, what is that? I am Atma, Brahma, my inner nature, Atma. I realize permanent happiness, permanent bliss, the eternal bliss. The secret of happiness is not experience. Secret of happiness is in any experience coming to the present moment. Oh, I got a coffee, I am happy. I met a friend, I am happy. Your friend and coffee didn't make you happy. When you met friend or when you drink a cup of coffee, mind came to the present moment. In the present moment, your presence, Atma, reflected on your mind, and that is happiness. The secret to happiness is not seeking experience. Secret to happiness is coming back to the present moment. That is the understanding. And coming back to the present moment is called surrender. So Mandukya Upanishad says, my dear sir, don't run away for spiritual experience. Your spiritual experience already you are having. And you are living in a gold mine. You are missing it. There's a story of a farmer. And actually a real story. It's not a false story. It is written in a book called 1 Acre of Diamonds. 1 Acre of Diamonds. And this is a real story. It's not imaginary story. In Africa, there was a farmer. And that farmer had 1 acre of land. 1 acre of land. And he is struggling hard for his life. He is doing something, tilling and all those things. Not earning enough. Then he heard that in Africa there are diamond mines. And he heard that many farmers are getting diamonds. So he said, what I am doing now, I am growing rice and some vegetables here. I should find diamonds. He sold 1 acre of land, what he has, and started looking for a diamond field to buy. Take that money and buy a land where diamonds are available. He sold the land and went on. And he sold the land at a cheap rate because he wanted to get out. I want to find diamonds somewhere. He went out. Then he goes, keeps on searching. Another farmer, poor farmer, bought his land at a cheap rate. He is trying to till the land. And then he found one shining piece that he kept in the cupboard. So one day, a businessman comes there and sees the shining piece. Wow, a diamond, where did you get it? This farmer doesn't know it's a diamond, the new purchaser. So then he says, is it diamond? In my farm, plenty of such stones are there. The earlier farmer sold 1 acre of land full of diamonds at a cheap rate, looking for diamonds somewhere. This is not an imaginary story. This is a story, real story which happened. The story name is called 1 Acre Diamond. Look at the book. And what people are doing? We have the diamond, Atma. I am Atma, Brahma. This self is Brahman. Without understanding, and my every minute I am experiencing myself. Every experience, the bliss is experienced. Ignoring that, we are looking for some happiness, some situation, something which is spiritual experience. We are throwing away diamonds and searching for glass pieces. Experiences will not give you spiritual learning. It's interpretation of experience which makes a difference. Anybody who has become peaceful in life is not because of experience, they interpret the experience in life in right way. And what is the interpretation of experience? Is Mandukya Karika. Please understand, Mandukya Karika is not about new experience. Mandukya Karika is understanding your experience in the right perspective. What is the right perspective? Our nature is Advaita, non-dual. I am Atma, Brahma means myself is Brahman in deep sleep. I am already experiencing my infinite nature, Ananda. Then what happened? That Ananda disappeared. Brahman went away somewhere. He didn't go anywhere. He's there in the background all the time. But your mind is somewhere else. Your attention is somewhere else. In the waking state, dream state, the body has appeared, the mind has appeared, and our attention is in the world. Fantastic movie called World, Maya. Forgotten nature. Then I start searching. I want to get spirituality. I want spirituality. My dear, it's not. Your problem is you don't have to get spiritual experience. It's already there. Your attention is in the wrong place. And your understanding of experience is wrong place. That's why Ramana Maharshi says, he asks only question, who are you? With the wrong identity, false identity, we are searching for happiness. What happiness you'll get in life? Nothing. In fact, you'll get suffering. Question your identity. Who am I? And deep sleep, what you are is called pratyagatma. And that's non-dual. And that pratyagatma is not disappeared anywhere. In the waking state, dream state, deep sleep state is already there in the background. But your attention is not there. Your attention is somewhere else. Your attention is, I'm getting happiness. I want more happiness. I want a spiritual experience. I want experience. You are looking for something which is non-existent. If somebody has become peaceful because of some experiences, interpretation which made the experience, not the experience itself. Because experience, life is nothing but experience. And all experiences are changing. No permanent experience is possible. Only permanent background experience is your inner nature, Advaita Atma. That's why I am Atma Brahma. So Mandukya Karika brings spirituality from a high pedestal to common man. All of you can be spiritual. A housewife, a businessman. You don't have to look for anywhere else. Look within you. That Atma, Pratyagatma is here. That Brahman is here at any point of time. What is the difference? The ego has to come in picture. Jiva plus Jagat and body has come, mind has come. No. I want to lose the identity of my body. I don't want my body. It's not possible. I want separate from the body. Separation from body is not possible. Separation from the body is what is actually, it's not a spiritual experience. It's a mental experience. Separation from the body can only come from Atma, Anatma Viveka, Nitya, Anitya Viveka. Only sharpened intellect can give that, and nothing can give it. If you don't understand this, you're not understood spirituality at all. If you're looking for newer and newer experience, you're missing spirituality. You can go to some other things. The Vedanta says, with a clear understanding, sharp understanding, separate Atma from Anatma. You'll never get experience of separation from body. You'll get experience of, you'll understand what is Atma, Anatma. I am Atma. That clear understanding is spiritual enlightenment. No, I have a theoretical understanding. You're not applied. Atma, Anatma, you're not separated out. Separate out Atma and Anatma. No, I want a body experience of separation from the body. It's not possible, my dear. And even if you have experience from separation from the body, that experience is mental experience. And you have everyday separation from the body experience. When you wake up in the morning, the body appears. When you go to dream, this body disappears, another body comes. Have you not separated from the waking body? Have you not got a dream body? In deep sleep, the dream body goes and deep sleep is there. Then what kind of experience you're looking for? Separation from the experience, body is unreal, is coming from dream state and deep sleep state. If you don't understand your own experience and you're trying to understand somebody else's experience, then you are led to, it's an illusion. Understand your experience. In the waking state, waking body and waking mind comes, and the dream state, dream body and mind comes, but Atma is there in the background. In deep sleep, there's no body and mind. So Atma is there in the background. You are there all the time, unaffected. That's called Advaita Brahma. And that's what you are. And you are looking for a special experience, separate experience. It won't happen. That's not the Vedantic way. Vedantic way is clear intellect, sharp discrimination, understand. Now you are trying to understand somebody else's experience. You can't understand. You are not understanding your experience. How can you understand somebody else's experience? So that's why we come to next sloka. Sloka number 25 of Mandukya Karika. So he speaks of different types of people consider different things as reality. Okay. So different philosophies are there. Somebody considers mind as a reality. Somebody who thinks intellect is reality. Somebody thinks chitta or subconscious mind is reality. Somebody says, no, dharma and adharma is reality. So there are people who have a different perspective of reality. Okay? And different philosophy of reality. Perspective is different, philosophies are different. So if you get one philosophy, there only mind is reality. Another philosophy, only intellect is reality. But Turiya or Brahman is reality in Vedanta. Any other philosophy, I'll tell you, get into philosophy next, tomorrow's class. So people think something is reality and you are chasing a Maya Marjika, illusion. The reality, I am Brahman, has to be understood with sharp intellect, not by experience. All your experiences, you have to understand very clearly in the perspective of truth. The same snake, if you unties, it's a rope. No, I want to remove the snake and see the rope. You will not be able to do that because there is no snake there. Do not go after illusion. Do not go after false experiences. Understand the reality. Please understand Vedanta is the only one subject. Mandukya is the only one subject which makes highest spirituality available to common man. No caste, no distinction, no male, no female. Anybody can understand because your experiences are spiritual. The problem is you are not understanding your experience. You are trying to understand somebody else's experience and you want that experience. You are going out. Don't go out. Don't go in. That's the teaching of Mandukya. And what is the meaning of this sloka? I'll take tomorrow. Anybody has a question? Too heavy for today? We'll find out tomorrow's class. We'll find out in tomorrow's class, right? Today's class is this much. Today's class is appetizer. Main dish you have to wait. Side dish and main dish you have to wait for tomorrow. Whatever I told today, is it clear enough? The framework? Mandukya Karika told you a different framework. That's why Ramana Maharshi says, entire spiritual journey is Jagrata Sushupti. Means, deep sleep state, can I get in the waking state? That's the only experience. Everything else is dream. You're going back to your nature. It's called Jagrata Sushupti. Happiness, unhappiness, some spiritual experience, all these things are mithya. Your real nature, Advaita Satya, is called Jagrata Sushupti. Can you get it? Is the question. You can desire, but desire cannot be a craving. Desire has to be converted to Dana. That's the Vedantic teaching. Desire has to be converted to discrimination. Are you understanding what I'm saying? See, the question is, can I get a desire for Jagrata Sushupti, waking, sleep? Correct? Which is means finding out my clear true nature of Advaita Atma in the waking state. Perfectly all right. The desire is perfectly all right. That's called mumukshatva. Desire for liberation. Right? Fair enough. Vedanta says that desire for liberation is perfectly all right. Okay? Mukshat vidut mukshatva, you can't, nobody can get liberation. Okay? Is that clear? So now, Vedanta says it's a word of caution. The word of caution is your true nature is not what you can get. Whatever you get, you will lose. The highest blissful spiritual experience, you'll lose. But your nature, you can never lose. What you cannot lose, recognize that. So how recognition happens? So Vedanta says desire for liberation has to be fulfilled. Is it clear? How do you fulfill desire for liberation? Find a Sadguru, learn the discrimination, Viveka and Vairagya, and apply when Viveka Vairagya to recognize your true nature. So desire has to be converted to action, meaningful action. Meaningful action is finding a Sadguru. Meaningful action is learning discrimination, dispassion. And what is discrimination? Atma, Anatma Vivek, Nitya Nitya Vivek. No, I have learned. But then if you have to apply and stay in your blissful nature, Jagrata Sushupti.
Because it's not like normal waking.
What is normal waking? My normal waking is not real. Snake is not real. Right? Rope is real. Not, my normal waking state is not real. That my normal waking state is not real, have you understood through a prakriya called Jagrata Sushupti? Avastatraya prakriya. Avastatraya prakriya very clearly tells what is your waking state is not real, has told. So from Avastatraya prakriya, understand waking state is not real. Then what is real? Apply discrimination, Viveka and Vairagya given through Mandukya Upanishad. Find your true nature and be blissful. Never go for a new experience. Go for a clear understanding. No, clear understanding is theory. I don't have practical experience. You have practical experience all the time. Deep state is there. So your mind is too going to the past and future. Come back to the present, and from present, go to the presence. Jagat Sushupti is waiting for you, your true nature. But the problem is not your true nature. Problem is not Atma and Brahman. Problem is our mind is somewhere else. Constantly craving and seeking something. Anybody has a question on Zoom?
Hari Om Guruji. ನೀವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೆವಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅಂತ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಹೆವಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರಿ. ಹೆವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ ತುಂಬಿಕೊಂಡಿರೋದು ಏನೇನೇನೋ.
Entire world, please understand. We have a Maya. Listen, we are in a Maya. Okay, in Maya we are searching happiness. Then people get into spiritual Maya. I want happiness. Now spiritual happiness. The only word has changed. The name has changed. So earlier in the Maya, I get happiness through cup of coffee, tea, or drinking, or dancing, or going to a movie. Sujaya madam, can you unmute? Can you mute Sujaya? See, the Maya people think that there is a one Maya where I am living in the waking state and I am living in Maya. In Maya means what actually? Maya means I am looking for happiness. And all happiness is temporary. Right? I will get happiness by a cup of coffee. Fine. I'll get happiness by marrying a girl. Fine. I'll get happiness by a child. And every happiness in the eventually turns into unhappiness. So now spiritual Maya starts. Oh, I want infinite happiness. That we start looking for an experience. Now we are in another trap, another bigger Maya. That Maya is very easy. At least if I'm happy marrying a girl, some girl, this girl or that girl I can marry and be a little bit happy. In the physical world, material world, I'll be happy if we get a promotion. Fine. But spiritual Maya is very big. I'll get happiness, spiritual happiness. How? Experience has to come. It won't help you. Because all experiences, including God appearing in front of you, is temporary. That's why our Puranas are full of stories which will tell you this one. Gopikas had Krishna in front of them. When Krishna disappears, they will start crying. Oh, Krishna has disappeared. Because there's a duality. Krishna is physically available, happiness, bliss. Krishna goes to Mathura. Gopikas and Viraha, pain. Then Akrura comes. I think Akrura. Then there's a song called Gopika Gita. Uddhava comes, not Akrura. Akrura comes for taking Krishna. Uddhava comes. On Uddhava Gita, I think. Okay. So then Gopikas are crying for Krishna. Even the highest spiritual experience of having Paramatma in front of you can cause tremendous pain. Because any experience is temporary. But finally, Gopikas find peace. They realize Krishna is the inner self, Atma, Paramatma. Because all experiences which happen in the outer world is temporary. From worldly Maya, we get into spiritual Maya. Spiritual Maya is very big. For spiritual, in search of spiritual happiness, people go to various mountains, leave the family, go somewhere. My dear, don't go anywhere. Go inwards. We start looking at some spiritual stories, read some spiritual book. Oh, that person got a fantastic experience. You don't understand what fantastic experience got. What happened to them, please understand. Buddha was looking for enlightenment. Struggled. He is looking for some experience. One day he realized, sit quiet. Whatever happens, happens. He accepted the moment, present moment. And that moment he became peaceful, enlightened. It is not the experience which led to enlightenment. It is the acceptance of what you are at this moment led to enlightenment of Buddha. That's why Buddha says, living in the moment, present moment, moment to moment is enlightenment. Mark the word. Living in the present moment, moment to moment is enlightenment. Because the moment you are in the present moment, your happiness. Your happiness is associated with object. Happiness is not objective. It's a present moment. So all our desire for liberation, it's called moksha, perfectly all right, should be converted into finding a right guru and right teaching, right discrimination, and apply that discrimination in our life. Because spirituality, your real nature, you cannot find anywhere. It is there all the time with you. Is it clear to all? Anybody has a question? On Zoom? Hello.
So, Prabhuji,
Yes, Ron.
so can we say existence is the only reality? All my experience is only interpretation of this
Perfectly.
superimposition of that experience by consciousness.
You have understood it 100%. His question is, a rope is there. Okay, rope is only there, but I see snake. Nothing has happened to rope, but my interpretation of rope is snake. That causes me fear. Correct? It is my perception and interpretation is the problem. Is the snake or seeing the snake causes me fear? It does. But is there a snake there? Rope. So now what happened is, rope is perceived and interpreted as snake. So Shravan Kumar says, existence is the only reality. Existence is called Brahman. That's the only reality. The perception of existence and interpretation of existence, we call it experience. All experiences are mithya because in existence only is reality. Understand? Everything else you call it experience, perception. Some experiences are fearful, some experiences are joyful. In case of snake, experience is fearful. So Vedanta gives two types of example. One is the rope and the snake, and another is the silver in the seashell. Rope in the snake causes fear. There's no snake there. It's a rope there. It causes fear. One example. And seashell it gives. Seashell, there is a shell there, and I like silver. Then I feel very happy. Oh, I got silver. So that's the example of fear. That's the example of joy. Both are unreal. That's why Vedanta gives two different examples. In fact, I overstressed one snake example. Both examples are there. So similarly, but what is there? Reality is not that. So similarly, Brahman or existence is only reality. That reality we perceive and interpret in different way. That causes us fear and joy. So now we are going for another way of experiencing joy. Another experience joy. No, everything is mithya. If you say rope on the snake is mithya or silver in the shell is mithya, unreal. You have to see the reality. That's called satya. Am I clear, Shravan?
Yes, Prabhuji, thanks.
So Vedanta gives two examples, raga and dvesha. Okay. Rope in the snake, you get fear. That I don't like, I don't want. It's called Vesha. Understand? There's no snake there, rope is there. Then Vedanta gives another example. Silver in the seashell. Then I get raga. I want this, I'll be happy. So raga and Vesha are actually perception and interpretation problems. Raga and Vesha causes us disturbance, not the reality. The snake rope doesn't cause us problem. The seashell doesn't cause us problem. So instead of getting attracted by raga and Vesha, you look for the reality. And reality can be found only by Vichara, right? Vichara. That's why Ramana Maharshi says, only self-enquiry can liberate you, nothing else. It doesn't say self-experience, self-enquiry. Atma Vichara or Brahma Vichara can only liberate you, not experience. Any fantastic experience, including God standing in front of you, is temporary. That example is given in Dhruva Purana. So Dhruva, what happens? As a young boy, he goes to the forest. And Narada teaches him meditation of Vishnu. Vishnu appears in front of him and blesses him. And Dhruva becomes the king. He rules the kingdom for many years. And after that, he wants liberation. It's not mukti. The Saguna Rupa Darshana has given blessing of wealth and power. So then he says, I want mukti. Then again he goes to meditation. Then he realizes God. Then Bhagavan comes in the form of Guru and teaches him Atma and Brahma Ekatvam. That's not an experience, that's dana. So if you want mukti, look for dana. If you want experience, you look for yoga. And all experiences are temporary. Seeing a snake on the rope is temporary. Seeing a silver in the seashell is temporary. Are you after experience in spiritual life? Then you are after spiritual maya. It's very dangerous and people do a lot of things. You look at the internet full of experiences. People go take this drug, this experience, that experience, and all are mithya, unreal. Is it clear to all on the Zoom? Anybody has a question?
Ultimate, what you have said, Guruji, especially about the experience. And as Shravanji said, that also is again perception and interpretation.
See, people in the spiritual experience, right? You look at your own people, right? You people, you are in the spiritual circle, and look at your people in the spiritual circle. One ashram after another, one technique after another, one meditation after another, one course after another. Okay? Hypno-regression, past life regression, okay, future life progression, psychotherapy, NLP, okay, and in your circle may not be drug addiction, but there are people who are in the world. There are places where in the world, if you look at internet, you'll get a place. You get a highest fantastic spiritual experience by taking a drug. People are after experience after experience. When will you come out of this mess called spiritual maya, understand the reality? And there are people in search of spiritual experience. They're on this day of Amavasya, they stand in the river and do meditation. What all you have done, my dear? Instead of going inwards, you are going outwards. And somebody is, I've seen people. Somebody says, I have fantastic Kundalini experience. So you go after the Kundalini experience guy. Atma Dana, you leave. Okay, there's some teaching. What is it? So my daughter Maitreyi is raising a question. Guruji, she addressed me as Guruji, okay? She is not addressing me as father. Guruji, you keep telling me happiness is your in a sentence. Isn't happiness just a hormone? How does staying in the moment to moment present cause a hormone release? Isn't that bliss? Bliss is a state of us and not happiness. Perfect, my dear. Okay. CS question is, I use the word happiness. And staying in the moment, present to moment, moment to moment, the present moment is happiness. She says, even that is not happiness. Our real nature is Ananda. Perfect. So present moment is the gateway to the presence, Atma. So today is the appetizer, tomorrow is the pudding. Tomorrow I'll tell you how happiness comes from hormones. And then I'll tell you how to get how to realize your own true happiness. That's the day after tomorrow. So Mandukya Karika class will go from tomorrow, day after tomorrow. I just wanted to do half an hour class. Unfortunately, I landed with 1 hour, 15 minutes class. I lost the sense of time. Anybody has a question? Zoom.
ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೊಡೆದಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದಿರಿ ಗುರುಜಿ. ತುಂಬಾ ಇದು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು.
From worldly Maya to go to spiritual Maya. When will you come out of spiritual Maya? Tell me.
It comes from here, you understand.
No, that's where I'm saying. No. This is where. That's next class.
How do? Okay, listen. It's a.
I'm
at
saying.
the end of the day.
Okay, so the question is, I listen. Aparoksha Jnana is very difficult until you come to this class. Otherwise, Aparoksha Jnana is almost impossible for. Okay, I'll tell you. So the question is, Aparoksha Jnana, what is that Aparoksha? Shall I answer that question tomorrow? Give some suspense till tomorrow. Because I want some people to come for tomorrow's class. The question is valid. The answer is straightforward and simple. Because tomorrow I want to take what type of spiritual Maya we get in and what type of philosophers will get in spiritual Maya. Then I'll give the answer for Aparoksha. Okay, maybe 2 or 3 classes, but keep your question ready. Because I don't want to answer that question now. Because how philosophers are, not you, ordinary people, how philosophers are trapped in the Maya, spiritual Maya, and then I'll tell you.
I'm standing the Guru. Far away from the snake or rope or whatever it is. I'm standing there. Guru Guru. See that is a rope, it's not this. From here only. Because there should not be any experience.
Oh, yeah. Vichara. Okay. So please understand every word which I say very carefully. I'm saying, do not look for a new experience. Understand the experience you are having. A rope you are seeing as a snake.
So Guru tells itself that just like that, there is no experience.
I'm saying,
In this example, what's the production?
see, you are seeing a rope and you're seeing afraid as a snake. Correct? You're afraid. So the Guru comes, you say discrimination. Rope and snake discrimination, I'll tell you. So you say it's a snake, correct? Is it moving? Has it got a hood? It's doing hissing sound. Use a stick to wake it up.
It is experience.
No. Use a stick to wake it up is not experience.
It's not complete intellectual understanding.
I'm saying the stick here, the rope and snake is an object. Intellectually, stick is nothing but vivek. So, is snake moving? Is snake hissing? So then you think, is it a snake? That discrimination is called viveka. So Vedanta is Aparoksha Jnana, Atma Jnana, you have to get to discrimination. The discrimination is a stick.
what becomes of Paroksha is
Wait for 3 classes because I have Aparoksha Jnana, I have taught for more than 100 hours. Okay, still Aparoksha Jnana is not understood. So now I'll tell you, wait for 3 classes. Keep the question in your mind, then I'll come back and tell you the exact answer.
Hari Om Prabhuji.
Are you Vasu?
Prabhuji, when you say understand the experience, it's not understanding individual experiences separately. It's to understand the mithya nature of experience. That's the real,
Perfectly. When you
isn't
say,
it?
look at the experience and
I don't have to
discriminate.
go to individual experience and understand inside, go inside, right?
All
That
experiences are nothing but mithya,
are
no?
mithya. That's the common
Whether it's
understanding.
very happiness experience or God standing in front of you, all experiences are mithya, no?
Yes, yes.
So you go to the experiencer, which is yourself. From experience, you go to the experiencer. So that is the spiritual journey. Okay, Gayatri. The first step of Aparoksha Jnana is from experience, go to the experiencer. Okay, that's the step to Aparoksha Jnana. We are looking for experience, spiritual experience. Look for the experiencer. Okay. So shall we sit silently for some time? Anybody has any questions? Okay, let us sit silently for some time. Let that silence be there because I right. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Nanu Nanembudu Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Sachidanandatma Shivananani Shivoham 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 Atmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Satyadarshanam Antarjyotihi Bahirjyotihi Pratyakjyotihi Paratpara Jyotireva Jyotihi Swayam Jyotihi Atma Jyotihi Shivosmiham. Lokaha samastaha Sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha Sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha Sukhino bhavantu. Antarjyotihi Bahirjyotihi Pratyakjyotihi Paratpara Jyotireva Jyotihi Swayam Jyotihi Atma Jyotihi Shivosmiham. Slowly open your eyes. Don't stop, okay? Light of Self Foundation's website, YouTube channel. Our children's program is a website and YouTube channel. Children's program is called I Lead, Light of Self Foundation's Atma Light of Self Foundation. You can subscribe to that, or you can forward it to other friends who are interested. Now today's class I want to summarize in 2 lines. If you want to summarize in 2 lines, what did you summarize as today?
What is common is spiritual to all.
Spirituality is universal. First, we can note down one by one. Okay? Spirituality is universal experience, not the specialized experience of privileged few. Is that first statement clear to all? Spirituality is universal experience. Okay? It is not universal experience including animals and living beings, all living beings. It is not experience of privileged few. First thing. Right? Do not look for experience in the name of spirituality. Look for the experiencer. Because all experiences are mithya or unreal. Even the highest experience of the divine is mithya, unreal. It disappears. Look for the experiencer, not for the experience. Any experience is bound to result in suffering. Is it clear? Living in the moment, present moment, moment to moment is key to happiness. From present moment to presence is key to bliss. I want to distinguish happiness and bliss. Living moment to moment in the present moment is called happiness. From present moment, going back to recognizing the presence is ananda or bliss. Anything else I said today? People get into a spiritual maya from the worldly maya. In the worldly maya, people keep on looking for happiness. And then you start looking for spiritual happiness. And that's called spiritual Maya. It's easier to get free from worldly Maya. It's very difficult to get away from a spiritual Maya, because we start getting delusion, hallucinations. People go from ashram to ashram, guru to guru, technique to technique, practice to practice, mountains, caves, ashrams, in search of spiritual experience. That's called spiritual Maya. People take drugs of various kinds. Do not get into spiritual Maya. You will get into spiritual Maya the moment you get into spiritual experience. Seek the experiencer. That is the teaching of Mandukya Karika. Let me emphasize with the Vedanta teaching. Say, asatoma, sadgamaya, tamasoma, jyotirgamaya, mrityorma, amritam gamaya, om, shanti, shanti, shanti. Okay. Peace we want, shanti you want. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Three shantis. Adi Bhautik, Adi Devika, Adhyatmika. Shanti at 3 levels. Right? And the Shanti at 3 levels is called Parashanti, supreme peace. Then 3 levels, peace is there. Physical level, metaphysical level, and individual level. That peace is called transcendental peace, Parashanti. And this one shloka, which we repeatedly tell, gives the secret. Asatoma sadgamaya. From falsehood, go to the truth. From false snake, go to the rope. False silver in the seashell to silver snake. From false understanding of existence as people, world, go back to the existence. From falsehood to reality is called asatoma sadgamaya. Tamasoma jyotirgamaya. Tamas means darkness. Ignorance. Ignorance of who am I? We are going after experiences. Material experiences called Maya, spiritual experience called spiritual Maya. Don't go to the experiencer, go to the experience, go to the experiencer. Be free from Maya. That is called tamas, tamasoma, darkness. I don't know who am I. I'll never know experiencer. I'll seek on seeking experience. Know about yourself. Go to the experiencer. Don't go after the experience. Mrityorma amritam gamaya. This is from deathless to death to deathlessness. Because the experiencer is I am. Nanu, nanembudu, nanalla, ideha, manabuddhi, nanalla, sachidanandatma, shivananunani, shivoham, shivoham, shivo. Find the nanu, real I. And if you go after spiritual experience or material experience, you are trapped in Maya. You'll never be able to come out of it. That's why Ramana Maharshi says, inquire who am I? He didn't say find out a new experience. Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya is not about finding a new experience, finding the reality. Now, that person has got a beautiful experience, this person got a beautiful experience. It's not the experience, it is the understanding of the experience which changed their life. Okay. So at 12 o'clock, we'll have Kannada session. I'll not have Mandukya Karika class tomorrow. I'll have Mandukya Karika class on Wednesday. Continuation of this sloka. One sloka we have not completed. Only appetizer is given.